Ever try planning like a vacation
Yeah.
or even just your weekend, and you have to think about like maybe being really tired or
Yeah.
being in a lot of pain.
Yeah.
That's every day for people with sickle cell disease.
Right.
So we are diving deep into exactly that, like
Okay.
sickle cell disease, and learning about it through the real experiences of
Yeah.
people who live with it every single day.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm excited for this one. For people who might not know or who need a little refresher, sickle cell really comes down to our red blood cells.
Okay.
Those are the things that carry oxygen throughout our body.
Right. That's super important.
Yeah. So, kind of think of them like delivery trucks,
Oh.
bringing oxygen to every single part of our body.
Makes sense.
But with sickle cell disease, these red blood cells, they can actually change shape. They
Oh.
kind of warp into this sickle shape,
Oh.
which makes it really hard for them to move around and do their job.
So it's like those delivery trucks are now trying to navigate like tiny back roads. They can't get where they need to go.
It causes real problems, and it's not the same for everybody.
Right. And that's something that really stood out from what we looked at.
Mm-hmm.
Like everyone's experience getting diagnosed with this. It's different.
Absolutely.
Some people talked about, being diagnosed as teenagers.
Yeah.
And it's like suddenly it all makes sense why they were always so tired, why they couldn't keep up with their friends.
Right.
And then others were adults when they were diagnosed. And it was this big, scary thing.
It's true. And, thinking about it, getting diagnosed early versus later can really change a person's whole journey with sickle cell disease.
Oh, absolutely.
If you're diagnosed early, you can get treatment sooner,
Right.
which can make a huge difference. But it also means you grow up knowing you have this condition.
Yeah.
Whereas a later diagnosis, it can feel really sudden and unexpected.
Yeah, it's a lot to process.
Exactly. It can be really overwhelming trying to figure out how to manage this new reality.
And it's so much more than just the diagnosis, right?
Yeah. Well, absolutely.
It's like, how does this impact your job or your relationships or just going out and doing things?
Right. It affects every aspect of your life.
Exactly. And we saw that in what we read. One woman talked about how she had to leave this job that she loved because it was really physically demanding. And then somebody else talked about just the emotional part of it.
Yeah.
Like having to say no to hanging out with friends because they didn't know how they were going to be feeling.
It's so true. And, it's something we really need to talk more about, these hidden struggles that people with sickle cell face every single day.
Yes, absolutely.
It's more than just the physical symptoms.
Correct.
It's about adjusting your dreams, advocating for yourself, and coping with the emotional ups and downs that come with having a chronic illness.
It's so true. And it makes you think about like how important your support system is.
Oh, yeah?
Like your family, your friends, even people you work with.
Absolutely.
And that's something else that was a big part of what we read. Family and friends, they're not just there for support.
Right.
They are essential for people with sickle cell.
They're a lifeline. And we saw that in so many different ways, like parents becoming experts on their child's condition.
Wow.
Friends offering rides to appointments, support groups, providing a safe space to share experiences and advice.
That is incredible.
Every little bit helps.
It really does.
It all adds up to create this sense of shared responsibility,
Yeah.
which can really lighten the burden for someone living with sickle cell.
That is so important because this is about real people.
Absolutely.
And it made me wonder, like, what can we do, even in our own small ways, to be better support those around us?
That's a great question.
Maybe it's taking the time to learn about sickle cell or volunteering or just listening to someone's story.
Those are all fantastic ideas. And I think it's important to remember that despite these challenges, people with sickle cell are incredibly resilient. They're not defined by their illness.
Yeah.
They're out there advocating for themselves, educating others, and achieving amazing things.
That is so inspiring.
Their stories are a powerful reminder of the strength we all have within us.
Absolutely.
It's truly incredible.
Yeah.